Sea salt. Sea salt? No, that couldn't be a sea salt.
He's a cutie boy. Oh, fun. We have Eleanor. Fun. That's great. It looks like Cecil is bashing somebody on YouTube. Live on YouTube.
Hello.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Hello, Eleanor.
Hello, I just made it.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
Hey, Eleanor.
Hello, everybody.
Because as I just told Don, the smartphone of fake Amy has no juice.
Uh-oh.
Hey, hey! Easy on the old man. Watch it.
So no voice chatters already here. It's Lisa Banerjee. Followed
Hi,
closely
Lisa.
by Jocelyn Triggle. That was a close race. So welcome, Lisa Banerjee. Welcome, Jocelyn Triggle. And Cinnamon, who's probably watching.
Yeah, Cecil will beat you up, so watch out. He's beating me with a stick, so although it isn't quite the way he likes it yet, so he's probably gonna put a point on it so he can stab me with it. Hey Kate, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, Lisa, Cecil has a long wooden toy.
All the better for bashing you with.
Maybe he has read about the Sparrow of Ulm.
The Sparrow of Ulm?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, that's urban legend in my hometown about that the people in the city or in the town back then had the problem that they wanted to build something, and then they brought the large pieces of wood, and they were too broad to bring them through the door. And then they stood in front of the were like, how do we get them in? And then they observed a sparrow who has also a long twig or so, and how he brought it into his little nest hollow, like, just turning it around and bringing it but at least it's, yeah. You can find little pictures of sparrows everywhere in Ulm and figures, and it's pretty cute. We love it.
Oh.
Hey Kate, what are you doing?
And we have cockatoo here.
Hello. Ow. Try not to pull my hair while you're doing that. Okay?
Yeah.
No comprende inglés?
Maybe KK must translate.
Hey. Ow. You're pulling he's grabbing my hair every time he does that. Would you stop grabbing me?
Cecil.
You big silly. Yeah, I know. That's my face. I know. I know all about it. Hey. Hey, Kay. I need my hand. You need to be a little nicer to me. Just a little would be nice. Just a little. Where you going, KK? Elevator down? Hey, KK.
Mm.
Lucy?
The goose goose.
Lucy.
Loosey goosey.
She seems to like that spot. She tried Manda's spot last Wednesday, I think. And Manda was like, I like that spot, but I sit somewhere else. Yeah, Manda. He is now big boy and makes big boy decisions.
Good for him.
Definitely. Oh, and he knows we are talking about him. Now he's coming over. What a
Hello,
gentleman.
Oh,
I'm going again. Manda.
It's too scary.
Little chicken. Oh,
That's enough bravery for one day.
I think so too.
Andrew, what are you doing?
Needs to preen, I think. And Sugar having a nap. That's hilarious. These birds, when we start the live stream, they are like, oh, it's time for a nap.
You have a bit of rest. Come on.
We could probably disturb nap time by bringing in a Triton, but then it's completely over with the silence.
And we won't be able to hear anything in the meeting. It'll just be no, 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 stop it, no, no, stop it,
Hmm.
Cecil, you're a big pest. No,
He
you don't need to
definitely
hit me.
is.
You don't need to hit me with that. No, you don't. I don't mind you hitting me with it. It's you're ripping out my hair as you do it. I'm not too thrilled with that.
What a good boy. Cecil. Just not bashing the Don.
This is a dangerous game. If he's got a toy and you try doing this, it
Mm,
might.
maybe
Keep
we
playing.
can replace it with a rattle ball.
He's enjoying the stick right now, but I might.
I don't
where
know.
the-
Buy a rattle ball just for KK and say he cannot have it, and I think it will be the most interesting thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way it works. Hey, hi, hi.
Oh, Lisa said it's a raining day where she's living, and it's a holiday. That's cool. What holiday is it? Oh, she's having a day off. Okay, that's a holiday. Absolutely. I hope you had fun with your Rico boy, and he was at least a little bit behaved, not like Cecil.
I hope he didn't draw blood, which is what he
Hey,
did last time we had a meeting, I think.
easy.
Oh, Cecil,
You get
do you
you're
have
getting
a
a little out of
license for
control.
lethal weapons? Falcon Zoo is just asking casually. Oh, Jocelyn says it's President Day. Thanks. I'm not up to date to US American holidays, to be honest.
Me
You just
neither.
have to remember the last word for all American holidays is sale.
Sale.
So it's not President's Day, it's President's Day sale. Everything is sale. I think the only day they don't say, well, no, they don't say Christmas Day sale, but they have Christmas sales, that's for sure. You gonna hit me with that? No, it's got a few sharp edges, but it's probably not gonna rip my head off. Hmm? Oh, KK's got it. Yeah.
And what it's done
Is that
at President's Day, is there some tradition? Do you have a picture of Biden in your house then that day, or I'm just joking, guys.
No, it's their attempt at blending things together so that the people get 3-day holidays. So that's the other thing, is they try to make 3-day holidays out of these holidays. And so they really, instead of like having George Washington's birthday or something like that, they call it something like this and throw it on a Monday. It's just,
Yeah, that's great. I love long weekends.
and then they start the sales stuff a week ahead of time.
But is there really a sale on our after President's Day?
Oh, every holiday. I'm not kidding. Every holiday in the United States just add the word sale to it. The one that ticks me off is the Memorial Day sales, though. It's like it's supposed to be about fallen soldiers, but instead it's about the sale.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Wake up. Let's see, wake
So
up.
the next holiday I'm aware of is St. Patrick's Day, and that's just in a month.
When's that? Is it 19th of March? Oh.
Oh, it's a big thing in Ireland, I think, and I always thought
Yeah,
in America they celebrated too.
17th of March.
Yeah, I always get confused about 17 or 19.
Yeah, we have it here too, not as much as in Ireland, obviously.
They
Yeah,
don't
in
have any.
Scotland you celebrated a little bit.
Yeah,
What you doing?
mainly students,
Mhm.
to be honest.
Well, it's fun dressing green for one day, I guess.
Oh, and we have Mother's Day on the 10th of March, so that's before St. Patrick's Day. But our Mother's Day is different from the American Mother's Day.
Mm.
Yeah, because your Mother's Day doesn't end with sale. Um,
Don't say that.
it's the Father's Day sale. It's the Mother's Day sale.
Flowers for the triple price as usual. And Jocelyn says April wants her to say hi to everyone here. So, hi, everybody. I guess the
Hi,
birds are also
April.
happy to hear from April. I think the flock miss her.
Yeah.
Hello. Right, Cecil? Can you say hello?
Yeah. I think Cecil would love to bash the April a bit.
Yeah. And Romeo would have a lovely hug with April.
Hmm.
Someone's busy today.
That's too good.
Are you watching? Yeah, you're watching him, aren't you? Yeah. He's nesting. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Don has uploaded a new video from Jessie Jasbird doing the Peachy tribute song, her little special jazzy song. She started to sing. at the day Peaches left us, I think.
Mm. Soon after.
Mm,
And she sings it very nicely.
absolutely. I love that she never stopped it since she started.
Peep, 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 peep.
Oh, she's hiding back there.
Yeah, she's taking her nap.
Oh,
So busy.
Jasmine.
She's
No
taking.
acrobatic for our views. Nope.
I'll turn that into a video, but that was bizarre watching her do that, flip herself upside down and then go back and do it again and do it again.
That's the kind of thing she does, though. Sort of getting into weird positions.
I thought she was stuck there for a bit, and I was afraid to step and move her, and then she went flip and did it again. It's like, okay, well, Andrew's just watching. He's watching KK on the floor.
Mm. That's good for our Mander. So he can learn that KK is completely okay. Not a threat. He even tolerates Snowball in the room now.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
good.
about all in, but prefer not to have video going while I'm dealing with that. Most of the time, it's not a problem, but watch it happen. I've got to get up and try to organize them. So, but he hasn't had any problems. I bring Snowball in, and Snowball doesn't bother him. Um, it's easier with Lorelei in the room because he gets a little focused on Lorelei. But KK in the room, I'm not. Lorelei and KK is what I'm not sure of. Snowball doesn't have an issue with KK. They get along. Lorelei's just a little minx. She she just decides she's going to start causing trouble, just for fun.
That's what she does.
So Jocelyn is going to visit her family in Florida. And this time Cinnamon is staying home.
Oh,
So,
well,
I
they better
guess with a
behave themselves.
babysitter, but sorry, Eleanor.
I hope he'll be a good boy.
Mm.
Gotta behave for the babysitter.
Wake up there. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, he's climbing up. What's going on, kid? KK Bird.
Mm. Looks like he's up to something. Actually, I've never seen him that far away from Dawn for a long time.
Yeah.
Even Lucy's alert. Oh, maybe he has seen that little creatures only he can see again. He once was so obsessed with the floor next to that door.
Yes, we never figured out what that was about.
Mm.
What's up, KK?
Lucy can look so mighty when she goes all big, crest up.
Yeah, she's intimidating when she wants to be.
Mm.
Hello. Yeah. That's it. Just wandering around. What you doing, KK?
So independent today. Good to see
He's a
that.
brave boy. Hmm.
Mhm. Can sit by his own.
KK bird? KK boy?
And Manda's
Yeah.
completely focused.
He's not going to go after you. He doesn't do that anymore. Let's try to get on my lap.
Mm.
And he doesn't do anything. He just looks like he's going to. So, you want over here? Excuse me there. Okay, there you go. You want over? All right.
How good is KK in flying?
He can fly. He just can't fly terribly long.
Okay,
He's good for 10, 15 seconds and then he wears out. So,
okay.
Get fit.
Mm. So I guess Cozy and Pippa are better in flying then.
they're definitely the best flyers here.
Mm.
And Lorelei.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lorelei,
Lorelei, yes.
absolutely. So I think Bob can also fly if he wants to.
Yeah, he can.
Lucy can.
She could. She doesn't. She could.
She'll
She's
do
got
a short hop if she's really, really desperate.
Mm.
if she would fly from not there, but the one down here or under me, she would do that. But I don't think she'd fly from there. Would you, Luce?
She'd just say,
Laura?
pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird, until you came to pick her up.
Hmm. What's interesting is what I never thought it's possible that even Manda can fly short distances.
Mm.
All right.
I'm not sure if he tries to avoid it or he just never learned or so, but we watched him several times.
Yeah, probably quite difficult for him, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, he does. He does have the ability to fly when he wants to. He can fly short hops.
Mm.
This one's
Because
got all the
after you have got his X-rays, you thought he just will not be able to fly, but then he just did it. Mander. That's
well,
the thing with these birds, like even peaches or so, they even if they have a handicap or so, they just work around it as much as possible.
Yeah, the instinct is still there.
Mm.
what'd you say? What'd you say down there, big boy?
Yeah, Sugar can fly a bit. The thing is, she cannot hold the high or so, but she definitely can. Well, let's say she can land.
Yeah, she
With
can do a soft landing.
for practice, she can fly. Doesn't show much interest except when she's either coming in here or going back to her cage.
So Lisa says Rico does nothing but flying. He
Good
never
for,
walks
that's
on the
good.
floor. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
healthy for him to do lots of flying, and also I
Mm.
like to keep the birds off the floor so they don't get trodden on. That's something that worries me, like sitting on them.
Now we get a headless shipbird. I love that headless bird trick.
Er? That was a city in ancient Esturbanipal, right around there. Yeah. Ur.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Are you a
Barbara.
very good bird?
He's the bestest bird.
Mm.
He's a historian. He's talking about the ancient city of Ur. Mm.
Err.
Bird. Where was this
Ur.
city? Located.
Mesopotamia or somewhere like that.
Mm.
Well, east somewhere. I don't remember exactly where Ur was. Persia, I think. What ancient Persia
Mm.
before the Persians, though. What are you doing? You gonna hide down there? What are you doing? Preening now? A Cecil preen. That's gonna bug me now. I can't remember what the god of that city was. Ah, every city back then had their own god. Could have been a Cecil. I think maybe it was a Cecil back then.
I think Cecil would be a good god of the city. Have
Definitely.
lots of minions to worship him.
Getting a little that one feather. The only feather he does that to is the outer one. Nope. Started working the inner one. One more feather in, and I got to give you meds. I don't want to do that. It's not do that.
So Lisa would like to know, does any of the flock eat fresh, raw asparagus?
No, it's poison to them. No asparagus, no rhubarb. I don't know what's in asparagus, but it's on the list of do not feed to parrots. So if I remember correctly, it shuts their kidneys down, but
Now Falkense wonders if people of Ur spoke Urdu.
there's a question.
That's an interesting question.
Well, I know that when I get off when we get the live stream over, I'll be going out to Chat GPT and looking up that kind of information. So anymore, that's what I do. I don't even use technical manuals anymore. I just how do you do this in ScreenFlow? How do you do this in this program? You know, I just ask and then it tells me, and I don't have to go looking at any manuals or anything.
Mm.
The only thing it doesn't you have to be really careful with is if it's anything political. There's spin there. I took logic, so I can combat that kind of. I can say, wait a minute, that's a straw man, and you know, and it'll come back and go, oh yeah, you're right. No, this isn't true. Yeah. But everything else, it gets pretty well. ancient history and that kind of thing. It looks up well. I would say the two
It's worth
things you got.
mentioning that the avocados are also toxic for parrots. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And some birds can actually have that and it won't hurt them, but we don't know which one they are. I mean, there are some of them it's not going to affect. About 1 in 5 is going to die from it, but nonetheless, that's like putting a bullet in the gun and spinning the barrel. And it may not happen that day. It might just take a week or so for them to die from it. You having fun there, Cecil? Preening?
They're busy
Oh,
boys.
Yeah, they're both preening now, so
That's really cute.
Cecil gets some preening. Finally gets some payback. He gets out a couple of times a week with Lorelei, so they'll preen each other. Yeah, with avocado, it's definitely not good for them. And then like 1 in 5 is going to die from it. The other ones they might make them sick, but don't take any chances with something that's basically it's a poison for them. Not as bad as alcohol. Usually, if you they get enough alcohol, it wouldn't take much to kill them. They can't process it, so same with whatever's in avocado, they can't process it. Asparagus the same way, different chemicals, but still something they can't eat. Right, Cecil? So I'm preening. I'm preening. Andrew, what are you doing?
Lisa wants to know if there's any nuts that parrots shouldn't have.
You have to be careful with walnuts because of the shell. They can open a walnut, but if they get a piece of shell in their intestines, that's the problem. The walnut itself, without the shell, is not a problem. It's the shell that's an issue. I don't know of any other nuts that are an issue. I mean, you'll have people talk about peanuts. They're not really a nut. And any peanuts and rice and wheat and all that kind of stuff can get the same disease on it. So, what are you doing? Getting brave, aren't you?
Hi, Amanda.
Peanut butter's
Hi.
fine. Just refrigerate it when you get it. You don't want to keep it warm. And the same with grains. You don't want your grains to get over 38 degrees either. So need to be tossed in a refrigerator if you have any grain. White
Oh,
flour,
Pie Girl's just joined the chat. Hello, Pie Girl. Not seen you in ages. She says, where's the new home? It's in Pahrump, Nevada. And it's been a year this weekend, I think.
It is, or it was actually last Friday was the day of the days, or yeah, that Dawn was actually one year in Param. I
Wow.
think the big travel was on the 15th of February.
A day that will live in infamy. Yes.
And soon it'll be a year since KK moved in.
That's the next big celebration.
He's such a good bird, aren't you, KK? Aren't you a good bird?
Yeah, I think he likes it there.
Mm. Falconsuit just described about an hour south of Vegas. I like to say a little south of Area 51. Yeah, actually, I looked at the map and realized how close you are to that region.
Mm.
So probably Cecil can see everything. No, he can't. Please, US government, he can't. I'm just joking.
Would you like me to pet
Maybe
you over
that's
there?
what he was seeing when he stared at the cockpit. It was a stealthed US government drone.
Probably it's the most boring area in the world, since when you go to the old psychology trick is like distracting attention towards something where is nothing while you do the really interesting things somewhere completely else.
Area 52.
I think the really interesting things happens in Manda's left corner in the cage.
Mander.
Oh no, Manda. Have we gotten your secret away?
He's dug a
No,
tunnel.
the fact is Don lives now for a year in Paramp. It's now actually a year ago that the whole thing started.
Mm.
That
And you
our
got a
birds
new
have
bird?
now a beautiful home. Thanks to all our helpers who have helped about the move and everything.
Mm. Lots of people came together to help out, so that was wonderful.
Yeah, taking that aviary apart was fun. April helps with that.
That thing's heavy.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't believe I put it together all myself, but I did. Yeah. We had some nice days coming up, and I said, "Oh, heck with it." Rather than trying to find help, I just went out there and I used I made pulleys and things to pull sections up and dangle them in the air so that I could hook it all together. That was fun. It only took about 3 hours to put it together by myself. Those panels are not lightweight. I remember when I was first talking about coming here and I said we had an aviary, they're like, well, it'll blow away. I don't think so. It's made of iron. Not blowing away.
Pretty heavy.
Amanda, what are you doing? Are you planning to come over?
Oh, that
Looks
would
like
be
he
nice,
wants to come.
Nanda.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm not sure what the little guy will do. You want to sit over here? Calm down. It's
He
all
wants,
right. It's all right. No,
he
no,
wants
no, no,
maybe
no.
say
That's all right.
something
It's all right. It's all right.
to our viewers.
It's all right. There you go. It's all right, KK.
KK.
It's just a Mander.
You don't need to be scared of him. He's more scared of you than you are of him.
Mm.
It's all right. It's all right. No, no, no. We're not going to do that. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. That's the Mander.
Maybe Cecil could help and introduce Mander, since it's his adopted son, or
Yeah,
rather, Mander adopted Cecil as his father.
yeah.
See,
No,
he's okay. He's okay.
Mm.
I know. You're not so sure about him. He's pink.
well, he
He's
can't
big,
help that, KK.
big and pink, isn't he? Yeah. But you're okay. You're all right. You're all right. Mm, you're okay. Well, that would be good, Cecil, if you would train him. Maybe then KK will be okay with this. There we go. See?
Oh, Amanda, don't freak out.
All right, Mander. That's Cecil. He's not going to hurt you.
That's your dad.
You're okay. I'm petting this one so he won't come after you. But he's not looking like he wants to anyway right now. But Cecil isn't going to hurt you, you silly. You know Cecil. What do you do? Nope, nope, we're not doing that. No, we're not. We're not doing that. You calm down. Nope. Come over on me like that. Here, here, go over there. All right. Okay. Now you calm down. You calm down. You calm down. KK. I know all about the KK bird. Yeah, KK. It's all right. That's just Mander.
And he's such a cutie.
Good try,
Oh,
Cecil. Try and
yeah.
train him.
Mm.
He's gone.
Yep.
Off he goes.
Now he needs to flap a bit.
Oh, Amanda, it was so scary.
So much excitement for a little Mander.
Mander, what are you doing?
I love it when all Moluccans at the same time have the flappies and shout. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's in rare circumstances they do it together.
You two.
Like something.
Mander, he's not gonna cause any trouble. You just need to chill out, kid. I'm just checking your beak. Doesn't seem to be growing at the wrong angle too quickly here. I just want to look. I'll put my fingers in the beak. Okay. It's doing fine. It's doing fine.
Mhm. Come on, KK, the big Mander is in the other corner of the room again. So Dawn is safe.
Defending Dawn from Amanda. That's the best.
Mm. Yeah, I have the feeling sometimes animals or our pets think that about their owners, like they are completely helpless.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's trying to do when he goes after Mander. A bit is he's trying to defend me. So he's not believing me when I'm saying it's okay.
He's not
Uh-uh.
believing you that you're a friend of Mander.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mander will eat you.
That's why he's so big. It's all the umbrellas that he's eaten.
Mm.
Well, Mander, what large beak you have. Big enough to eat you.
Are you citing one of Grimm's fairy tales?
Yeah.
Rotkäppchen.
Most people would be shocked. They've heard of the Grimm's fairy tales over here, but most people don't know. They think that like the story they heard about Cinderella is really the story, but it's not. There's no pumpkin. That was the French that did that. They're always making puff pastry and puff stories, but no mice turned into horses. There's no pumpkin. And actually, there was no cinders either. They were ashes. Ashes are gray and cinders are black. So it's a mistranslation.
Mm.
What are you doing up
Yeah,
there?
but Asterella sounds kind of dumb though.
The story makes more sense done in the Grimm's version. So
Yeah, but even that, I think these stories really differ from area to area, and Grimm were the first to collect them and write them down. And I'm not surprised that in different areas, so around the whole Europe or so, there are different versions of the same fairy tales.
yeah, I'm not either. It's just the French. I'm not fond of French food and French stories. Honestly, they're just poofy. Like there's no substance to them. Even where in Cinderella, where the father goes to town and he asks each of his daughters, his three daughters, what they want. And the two older daughters, they all want finery stuff, jewelry, clothing, that kind of thing. But the youngest daughter, who is the stepdaughter in this case, asks for the first branch that brushes against her father's hat. Then when he comes back, she takes the branch, she plants it, and it becomes a tree. And then there's two little birds that are singing in the tree, and that's all part of the story, right? It's like, and she plants it over her mother's grave, so that makes a lot more sense than we got pumpkins that turned into carriages. Sounds like the French to me.
How's Pippa doing?
Pippa's doing well. She comes out with me in the mornings and helps me with that.
I hope you don't let her alone with any Apple device connected to the internet, so she probably will order some new pair of glasses for you from Apple.
Yeah, does occasionally get left when I walk out of the room or something. Most of the time, she's got supervision.
Mm.
Hey, yeah, the Grimm's fairy tales are entertaining. I mean, compared to the milk show stuff we get over here. What are you doing?
Yeah. The fun thing is it's not in German but in English. The Grimm fairy tales are actually a little bit grim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. just a little.
Rim
Well,
by name,
and
rim by nature.
they took it was an assumption on their part that the more outlandish and grim actually they're probably closer to the original, so they chose those versions over the others. They did encounter some lesser
Yeah. When one thinks that the fairy tales haven't been written down for children, then it makes also more sense when you think about how they were written down. So it wasn't like that were for children, little funny stories. That's tales long that lived as long as people lived in these areas.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
children are little savages and they like stuff like that.
yeah, they were basically grandmothers who told the stories to the kids. That was. And then Bruno Bettelheim, who was a child psychologist in Germany, said that you should learn the stories and recite them to your children. That way, your children will learn much more about you by the way you tell the story.
That could be a new part of psychotherapy or psychology. Like you read Grimm's fairy tales and I tell you who you are.
Yeah, pretty much. But he said, by the way you tell the story, if you're reading it from a book, it's different. But that when you're telling it from memory, you tend to access things, to accent things, and the kids learn about you from the way you accent the story. But anybody who's heard the story of Cinderella, probably the last line in Cinderella is not what you expect from what you heard over here. But the last line is, and thus they were blinded for their evil for the rest of their days. That's the last line in Cinderella.
But they're supposed to live happily ever after.
But it's talking about the evil stepsisters.
Yeah, I know.
After, they don't say ever after. As long as they're, the fairy tales end with, as long as they're still alive, they're living happily. That's the basic ending. They don't say ever after. That sounds like they live forever. They don't say that. If they're still alive, they are happy today. That's not my favorite story. It's a good one, but my favorite story is
I can think of Sugar living in a French fry house in the forest.
Yeah. Or following along if they were throwing French fries behind them.
Yeah, because if Sugar lived in a French fry house, then she'd eat her house, and then she'd have no house.
My favorite story is the Bearskin Man, but the juniper tree is good too.
Oh, Cecil, that looks hilarious. Look at his legs. He's so invested in that. And then he always grabs with one foot Don's chin. Such a sweet.
Whoops, sorry. I'm sorry, my leg slipped. You okay? All right. Bird. Actually, Romeo likes me to read him the stories, and doesn't matter whether I read them in English or in German to him. He likes those stories. He likes children's books too. He's got quite a few of those. So what? What? What are you trying to say, KK? Boy. Lucy, what are you doing up there? This bird.
Mm.
Loose bird. Lucy. Lucy Westenraw, what are you doing?
Red.
Oh, Shuggy, I know you are thinking about the French fry house now.
What are you doing? The other good one is that brave little tailor.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
thought about that, and I thought that that's probably for Bob.
Yeah. It's got a great little premise to it, though. There's a woman selling marmalade, what we would call it jam here, but selling marmalade, and he calls her up. She's got to go up the stairs. And he's going to buy some, and he gets like a spoonful of it, and then he walks away, and these flies land on it. So he smashes the flies. He kills 7 in one stroke, and then he decides, well, I'm going to go out into the world, and he makes a belt. He's a tailor, so he makes a belt that says 7 in one blow, and everybody thinks he killed 7 men in one blow, but it was 7 flies. And then he goes on adventures. It's a cute story, though. Lucy, do you know that story? Says, I've heard it. I read you that story? Huh? Stop for a Schneiderlein? That's a confused look you've got on your face there, kid. Don't draw attention to me as I look. And nobody knows I'm up here.
Can we tease Jasper a bit so she says at least hi to us before we say goodbye to our viewers?
Good try.
Jasper.
Yeah. Jazzy.
Jasmine. Jasmine.
Jazz. Oh, she's just ignoring us. So she moved her feathers around her beak a bit. Jazz. Don't bug me. I'm sleeping.
Mm.
As soon as you turn the phone off, she'll wake up.
We could cause mayhem by throwing something somewhere in the room, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
if even that works.
I don't want to wake her up that way.
Nope.
I'll wake her up in a bad mood. Loose. Hi, Lucy. Hi, baby. She was upset with me. I got new drops for her eyes, and because once in a while it just gets a little red around the eye. It's not infected. It just gets red like when we have an allergic eye reaction. So she's got some ketofen for her eye, and she's shaking her head, trying to rub her eye. Because I know how that feels. That when you put those in your eye, it burns a bit. But it's what you're supposed to use for allergic reactions in parrots. So
Oh, Lucy.
got rid of the redness real fast, which is what I was trying to do. So, and she's got it open all the way, so that's what matters. Well, folks, it's that time. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Amy and Eleanor, for your assistance with moderation, since I can't see what anybody's saying.
And thanks for the stream, Don.
Oh, you're welcome, and we'll see everybody on Wednesday, we hope.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Adios. До свидания.